Judge, before we get started, Judge, we were originally set for a motion to reduce his bond on the family law case, but he has filed motions to dismiss me as counsel on his cases.
All right. Are you retained or appointed?
Appointed.
All right. So, Mr. Andrade, are you hiring an attorney?
Well, if I get out, I will.
I'm sorry, what?
If I get out, I will.
All right. So we're at the point now where this is your attorney. You understand? All right. And I don't know if I've explained this to you before, but if I have, then I'm going to explain it to you again. And I want you to internalize what I'm saying. All right. So this is me coming from my background in the legal field. I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor. And when I would have clients, and I was a defense attorney for well over 20 years, when I would have clients that I was appointed to their cases, sometimes they would get upset with me. And you know what they would get upset about? They would say, well, I want you to come see me at the jail every day. And I would tell them, look, you have a choice. I can see you at the jail every single day and not work on your case, or I can see you the way I've been seeing you, which I would always see my clients on a Saturday or Sunday. And I would see them once a week or sometimes once every 2 weeks to let them know nothing's happening with your case. I want to let you know that I still know that you're here, right? I would go to the state after reviewing the file, after talking to my client. Of course, I would always ask the state to dismiss the case, and the state would sometimes say, I'm not dismissing this case. Okay, what offer are you willing to make? And the state would make an offer. I would go to my client. I would say, this is the offer that the state has made. Then sometimes my client would get upset and say, you're doing a horrible job as my attorney. This offer is horrible. And I would tell them, look, I can't force the state to make you an offer that you want. But if there's an offer you would like me to take back to them, I will. That's called a counter offer. Sometimes I would take that offer back to them. The state would say, we're not doing this. The only thing we're doing is the offer that we've given you, right? And so sometimes my client would get angry with me and say, it's your fault that my case is not getting dismissed. It's your fault that I've been made this offer. And really, it's not. You can be upset by the offer, but your attorney can only present to you the offer that the state has made. The state can make an offer. You can think that offer is ridiculous. You can say it's ridiculous. Although I don't like when people do that, because then communication breaks down. You know, it's a simple yes or no. No, I'm not accepting this offer. What I can tell you is when attorneys are on the wheel to come up for appointments, if they are not deemed qualified to handle certain cases, they will not be appointed to that case. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So when the state makes an offer, here's your choice. You can accept the offer, or you can reject it and say, I'm not accepting anything. Or you can reject it and say, hey, defense attorney, I'm rejecting this offer, but this is what I'm willing to take. Then the defense will go back to the state and say, hey, he's rejecting this offer, but this is what he's willing to take. And then if the state says, no, we're sticking with our same offer, your counsel will come back to you and say, state's not changing their offers. This is it. Then guess what? You go to trial. I don't know why, as defense attorneys and as prosecutors, sometimes when people get in trouble with the law, they blame their counsel for it. You don't ever see anyone normally blaming a doctor. If they have a heart attack, they don't say, go to the doctor and say, it's your fault I had a heart attack. You need to correct this. Or if I have cancer, it's your fault I have cancer. You need to correct this. But what I've discovered in this profession, clients sometimes blame their counsel for the fact that their case has been dismissed, for the fact that they're in jail, when really it's not the counsel's fault. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm not giving you another attorney. If you want to hire an attorney, you can. And if you want to hire an attorney, then, okay, this bond motion is not going to be heard today. What's going to end up happening is I'll reset you. When are you going to have an attorney?
Well, you say I can. Well, I just did.
Judge?
No, I mean, there's no, I guess I'll stick with him. If you want another attorney, then you have to retain one.
I'll stick with him.
Judge, just to be transparent, Judge, he's indicted as a habitual on his cases, so that would make it a first degree. And I only take second degrees
Oh, well, you should start with that conversation. But I tell you what, this is what we'll do. We'll see if there's some sort of an agreement where this is not a first degree. If there is not that agreement, then we'll go from there. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Same Ralph Emmanuel Delgado, who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 2672 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on April 20, 2022 for a term of 2 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Ralph Emmanuel Delgado, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of December 2022, June and July 2023, in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
A proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, and we have discussed it with probation. It's to deny the motion and alternate amend for access services and ISP.
That is your agreement, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Delgado, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Ralph E. Delgado.
All right. Mr. Delgado, why have you not been reporting what's going on?
Well, actually, I did report, but when I reported, because they had me signed in the day that I had left my appointment was at 11, and my probation officer he came out about 11:15, and I saw him, and he called a name, and I thought it was me, so I started getting up to go over there, and then he told me to sit back down, so I sat back down, and I sat there till like 12:15, 12:30, something.
All right.
Like
So you're saying this has happened each month because you have not reported for more than 1 month. And you haven't been, although they're not considering it, and I'm not going to take it in consideration, but it also says in the motion to revoke, you have not been submitting to drug testing. Here's the thing. Both of them, the state and defense, have come to an agreement to continue you. Probation obviously wants to continue to work with you. But if you're not going to be honest, and if you just want to go to the state jail facility, I'll just send you to the state jail facility and you can get help on your own. But if there's something going on in your world that is making you unsuccessful at this probation, you need to let the court know, because there are other people that we can place in ISF. It's not unlimited. You know, we don't have unlimited space in ISF. We don't have unlimited space for people to get help with their drug issues. So if you just want to do your time, you can do your time and be done.
I'll take the probation.
All right. So why are you not being successful at probation? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The one time I didn't go on the day that he wanted me to, it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and he wanted me to go from the probation officer on 90 to downtown, and I didn't get there till 4:30, and then they already quit the testing. So, but I did go the next day, but I didn't get there the day that he assigned me to.
Okay. All right. And so with regards to potential mental health, how are we going to work with that probation?
Access services, the outpatient treatment with the Center for Healthcare Services that provides case management for all mental health services.
All right. How long?
Whether or not you have insurance.
All right. Let me ask you this. How long will it take for them to set him up with that?
To be completely honest, I don't have a time frame. We have to send over the referral. This is something new that's been brought to our attention. But my understanding is it's been great success.
All right. So then this is what we will do then. I don't think, oh, and you sent the email. Thank you so much, Bashan. All right. So then this is what I want to do. I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include access services through CHCS. And instead of going to state ISF, I'm going to do a jail sanction for him. and we can set up the access. Can we do that?
We didn't ask for state ISF, we asked for the ISP program, which is
Ah.
high risk.
Okay.
High risk, so that we can check on him more.
How often will you be checking on him with that?
At least 1 to 2 times a month.
All right.
He'll check in more often and we'll go to his home more often.
All right. So how does everybody feel about a 2-week Bexar County jail sanction so that we can get the access services set up?
State's fine with it.
Probation?
2 weeks.
2 more weeks in jail, you mean?
Yes.
Before I can be released?
Because do you have a place to stay?
Yes.
Who are you staying with?
I had just bought me a travel trailer.
And you're to provide today probation your address. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else from either side?
State.
Nothing further, Judge.
All right. Thank you.